I would love to have a Michael or Bruce Buffer voice for this episode, but I don't have it.
Mine's not good enough.
And you're too tired to do it. But imagine a Buffer brother intro because we are going into Wrastlemania weekend, my sports holiday.
It's like the Daytona 500 of Super Bowls.
But better.
Who's to say?
Me. I say it's better. Yeah, WrestleMania coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm kind of bummed because it starts at like 6 p.m. our time. It's like 6 to 10 both nights. And we will be at the Butler Card Show until 5 on Saturday, I believe, and 4:30 or 5 o'clock on Sunday. So there is a chance I'm dipping out of that early so that I can get home.
If it's at the Butler Card Show, you'll be closer to home.
It is close to home, but I do know that the kids have 3 different activities that day already, so I know that my family is going to be very overstimulated and tired when I get home. So there's going to be a certain transition period that I'm going to have to buffer through. Buffer Brothers again.
Just get some knockout gas and bring it home with you.
Talking about the Buffer, did you know they didn't know each other? I think they were. If you're listening, Mike or Bruce, sorry. Pretty sure they didn't know each other growing up, and then they both went into the announcing world, and then discovered that they were brothers. Can't guarantee this. I'm pretty sure I heard
I don't
this.
think that's correct.
We can fact check it afterwards, but I'm pretty sure they were distant. They didn't know each other growing up or something, and then they discovered each other through what they were doing.
No.
Okay, well, we will move on from that, but I think that's what I heard. That doesn't get...
You think that's what you heard?
Yes. That's the same as... Pre-internet, this is the fact, okay?
Yeah, like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, pre-internet, this is the truth. I'm believing it. Yesterday was Topps Chrome football release day. It was...
chaos.
A little chaotic. It was the first time in a while that we had a line out the door before we even opened up, before our blaster price point. We also sold...
Before any linguists get on us, there is a line starting at the door. We didn't have a line out the door.
Yeah, we didn't let some people start lining up inside and then work their way outside while we're vacuuming and cleaning and getting stuff ready. And we do our morning
pep talk.
Haka. Is it the Haka dance?
Yes.
Yes, we do
with
that.
the white powder.
We do it every morning. Nate leads it. He's not doing it today, though. Tyler did it today, I think. You weren't there yet.
Next time I do it, I'm gonna do the one from Black Panther.
That's
Bombay.
That's whoa. Nate broke, I think, the sound barrier with that one.
Whoops.
But then tomorrow, going into WrestleMania, tomorrow is the release of WWE Topps Chrome Blasters, which we will have at the amazing price of $30, which is great.
MSRP. Guess what the S stands for? Suggested. People don't fucking get that through their thick skulls.
It's tough, but we will be, yes, at $30. So we will probably have a limit of 4 is what I'm going with tomorrow on those in store. They're not going to be on the website. They're just in store. But we'll have those until we sell out. I want to get as many wrestling cards in people's hands for this weekend. And then I believe Disney Neon is next week.
Let me do some quick internet research.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Chrome yet, WWE Chrome looks great. A lot of the designs are really good. There's some really cool content in it, which we talked about last week with some of the nickname stuff.
Disney Neon is tomorrow.
Oh, Disney Neon is tomorrow.
/ today, if you're listening when this releases.
Okay. And then what was the other one? Bowman Basketball. That was the other big one. Is that next week?
That, I believe, is next week. Let's see.
Which we will be doing a release day drop on that, too, which we're going to have good pricing probably on some of the SKUs as well.
Next week. Ooh. No, never mind. Something about Superman. I thought it was Spider-Man. I got excited. I don't care about Superman. Don Russ, Road to the FIFA World Cup. Leaf Metal Baseball is next week. Bowman Basketball is next Wednesday. Or Wednesday for some.
Hump day.
We're not doing that again. Top's Finest English Premier League Soccer Hobby Box.
Premier League.
Thursday.
You went very Australian there.
Oh, gotta be done.
Yeah, I think you went Australian there. They did colonize Australia, though, so you're not totally wrong.
Because I'm a criminal. Mm-hmm. Next Friday is also Topps Graphite Tennis.
Yeah, so I'm not as excited about next week's releases. Just because I don't care about tennis. Soccer doesn't do a lot for me. Bowman Basketball will be great, though. Bowman Basketball is going to be awesome. So yeah, so Chrome WWE Hobby and Delight dropped last Friday. And I joined pretty much my first group breaks ever. I haven't really joined them. I've joined a buddies every once in a while, but not in the traditional group break sense where you're buying spots, you're filling stuff live, all that kind of stuff. And needless to say, I got caught up in it. And I now have a great appreciation for how people can get very caught up in the moment of some of these rooms.
Appreciation or understanding? You can appreciate that people are degenerates?
I mean,
you understand how they become degenerates?
I understand it and also was having a lot of fun. I really was. And you know me, I'm not a gambler.
Tracking all these breaks last week, Chad looked like Charlie Day trying to figure out who Pepe Silva is.
Oh, and I still lost touch. I don't even know. I think our mail lady is coming here today, and I think it's going to be an entire hod. I already got deliveries to my house because I didn't realize that the first chunk of breaks I joined, it was
or you were too ashamed to have them delivered to the store.
No, my shop pay is hooked up to the house address.
Convenient.
Yeah, so I the first chunk went to the house, and then everything else is coming to the store. I had a lot of fun, though. I didn't hit well in most of them, I don't think, but I also only watched about half of them.
I didn't pull anything.
I tried to buy Shinsuke in a couple groups, and he was so cheap that he went really early in almost every break.
You mean Shinsuke?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, we got
Asuka.
Every time a Topps Chrome WWE product comes out, there are people breaking it that cannot say the names. It's I used to be with hockey names and Polish soccer players.
Yeah, it's not that they can't. It's just that there are breakers who will break anything that makes them money, but they aren't necessarily passionate about that product. And then there are breakers who are incredibly passionate about the product. Everyone that I personally broke with is a passionate wrestling base as well. So I was kind of doing a little bit of research. I was joining multiple big companies' breaks. Nothing on Whatnot, as I'm not on there. So the people who are exclusive to Whatnot, I didn't join any of those. But I was on Fanatics Live. I joined a couple different people's breaks on there. I joined Mama Breaks and Mojo Break, which Mojo's been around for the beginning of breaking. They were incredibly efficient. Mama was incredibly efficient and very entertaining and true wrestling fans there. I joined some Leighton breaks just because I've known Rich Leighton for a long time. They're professional. Once again, I don't have to worry about cards not getting shipped. And then I joined a bunch of the Blez breaks, which say what you want about some of the Blez brothers. I mean, but they run a extremely efficient business.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I was watching the breaks and there was very little yelling.
Almost no yelling. Mama breaks, they don't yell. Mojo's I didn't even watch. And then the Leighton ones I did not watch because I believe that they're only on their YouTube maybe. And most of the breaks I watched were on Fanatics Live if it wasn't the Blez ones on YouTube. But I overall, I had a pretty good experience as far as just the process, though, with those breakers. Like Nate said, there was no one yelling and screaming and freaking out because stuff wasn't filling and stuff. For the most part, a lot of their breaks filled pretty quickly, and then...
I meant also just hyping up a $2 card like it's a house payment.
No, most of them would... So most of the breaks I joined were Delight breaks, which the product is insane. So every box has like 2 or 3 just like awesome cards. So
Would you say that the product is delightful?
very delightful. But I bought Gunther in. I'm kind of embarrassed to say, so I'm not going to say it. But I bought him in a bunch of breaks.
Many.
A lot. Many a lots. And then the part where I got caught up in it was buying people while like breaks were waiting to fill. I was like, I really just want to see this break sell through so that I can see if any Gunthers come out. So I would buy like a random person here or there. I bought Trick Williams in a couple breaks. I bought Sol Ruka in one, and I don't even know what I was thinking because it was a really expensive spot because it was a 4-case break, and it did hit. I did watch that one. The Sol Ruka spot paid off, so that was good. That was good.
What did you hit though?
A gold geometric autograph.
Okay.
And a true green autograph.
Okay. Green.
So green, but Sol Ruka is incredibly hot in the market. So
yes, in the market.
In the market. No other comments. She's incredibly hot in the market. But I bought hers, and the interesting thing was, and I'm thinking about like maybe even like tracking this for the future for like future breaks. Watching as many of these case breaks as I did, there are people who are hitting so consistently. It's crazy on this product. Like Carmen Petrovic hits in every single break.
Like I wonder how many base Carmen Petrovic autos there are compared to a base Legend auto.
I don't know, or I was just like the breaks that because what's funny is the breaks that I watched, Gunther was pretty much not hit. So then I started getting to the point where it's like, if I watch it, I'm not going to pull a Gunther. So I stopped watching a lot of them. But the ones that I did watch, like Izzy Dame gets hit a lot. Carmen gets hit a lot. Like Tyler Bate and Tyler Bree, like those guys, like the I would call them lower tier names, get hit a lot. So if you are a collector of one of those lower tier names, I suggest buying into some of these breaks because the spots are typically like $15 for the case.
Aside from that one box we saw, I didn't see a single Hornswoggle auto.
I saw one in like a lot of breaks, and he's super cheap. He's like $12 to $15 per case. So it's like if you do hit even a base autograph, your spot is pretty much paid for. And that's why I bought Carmen in a couple of them, and I think I hit base autographs, so I'll be able to sell those for pretty much what the spot was. I did buy, I don't even know why. I think Mama was doing combo spots. If you bought the CM Punk spot, you got AJ Lee. I don't know if AJ Lee has autographs or not. I don't think I saw any.
They have a duel.
Oh, okay. So I bought that spot just because I felt it was cheap, and I ended up hitting a Punk auto. So that one did well.
Any auto is a Punk auto if you don't like the person.
True.
Listen, Punk.
Yeah, Julia hits incredible. I think I saw 7 of the 25 orange geometric Julia autographs hit. She's coming out of a lot of the product. I did see a couple Rhea autographs where the autographs were smudged, so I don't know if at her signing
it's
they were.
Because she's so strong.
Probably. She just stacks the cards so aggressively.
The ink is scared of her.
The case hits are all cool, except for the Helix. I'm not a big Helix fan. I think I like the Helix if it's not as hyped up as it is. I don't know that the Helix speaks to me enough to be a case hit.
No. It's a good insert set.
Yeah, like
case hit.
But the Ace of
Base.
Is it the Ace of Spades or the Ace of whatever it is? The Aces. That one's really cool.
Piece of ace.
And the cool thing about it though is it ties into, Vegas with Wrastlemania. So like I don't know if they just did that for that, but that one's cool. And then there's the Gambit one that's very cool. And then
which I'm still disappointed is unrelated to the Marvel character.
Which they own the licensing. They should do like a Marvel crossover one.
Get on it.
I do wonder if they do, because they did that Upside Down Stranger Things crossover with Raw the one night. I wonder if they're going to do like some sort of combination set with that. They did do the Garbage Pail one, which they look really good. Very hard to pull. I only saw, I think, 2 or 3 of them hit in all of the cases that I personally watched.
Brief tangent. Saw somebody post online. They ripped a blaster of WWE Chrome, and they pulled a Tiffany Stratton Garbage Pail Kid.
How'd they already open a blaster? Did they get like retail drop early or something?
Maybe. But they posted it and said, oh, I pulled this card, but other than that, the rest of the box sucked. Oh, you mean the other, like, 5 packs or whatever? Also, shut the hell up. You got, like, an amazing card.
It's probably like $2,000 or something.
Like...
I saw the Shawn Michaels Superfractor get hit. It was a redemption, so that was kind of like a... it's cool that it got hit, but, like, you liked seeing the shit.
Garbage Pail Kid?
No, Superfractor. It was like a Superfractor autograph.
Okay.
But it's kind of a bummer when, like, the best part about a super is slow rolling, knowing you see the champagne swirls, and you can reveal the card. I did see RBI got Izzy Dame's super last night in a break.
Okay.
I think he bought... I don't know why he was even buying her. It was probably like, buy something just to fill. It hit.
It worked.
It hit. Well, he got murdered. Me and him were both texting.
It worked.
Me and him were texting back and forth because he bought a lot of spots and a bunch of breaks. He was buying Randy and Seth, who are expensive. And then for his son, he was buying the Bray, which is cheap because there's no autographs. I don't even think he has a case hit. And then he was buying...
which you'd think if anybody would sign for the fans, it would be Bray. But
yeah, you know.
Come on.
And then he bought the Uncle Howdy spot. But he was getting killed, not hitting a lot too. Opening night, he hit the black geometric Randy, though, out of 2. So that was nice. But overall, there was a lot of dud breaks. Me and him were going back and forth. Seth didn't sign live, but Becky did. So that was confusing because they're always together. So I don't know. Maybe it was whenever he was hurt and off TV for like a month or 2 months or whatever that they
unacceptable.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know who the other duels are. Becky, Seth is one, and you said AJ Punk is one, but I don't know who else. I think there might be one with
definitely not Tiffy and Kaiser.
No. It is interesting though that Kaiser was in. I'm hoping they do a duel.
A Grande Americano.
In original Grande Americano autographs. Who else was it? There was another. I saw one break that had a red and a purple Mark Henry.
So, yeah.
In the Mark Henry spot was probably like $10, and they got a out of 5 and an out of 10 in the same break. So whoever bought that one probably just had to stop buying Mark Henry after that because you're not going to beat that probably. But no, overall I had fun. I appreciate the breaking side of the business more. I understand it more, but I also was definitely exposed to having an understanding for just how quick you can go deep, and you start chasing that dragon. Even if you don't hit, you're chasing the dragon of the break. You're like, I want to be back in.
Like Dragon Lee?
He hits pretty good too in the product. Yeah, I don't know. When's the last time you like really broke? Did you ever used to like join breaks?
Yeah. I've joined breaks in the past. It's fun. It's just like even before Fanatics Live, eBay Live, whatnot. Even before then, it was super easy to just kind of rack up the bill.
Yeah, I was
just hopping in stuff. Now it is insanely easy.
I was thankful. The Gunther spot on the single case breaks was not too bad. It was around $20 or $24. So in my brain, I was like, okay, if every other case I pull a base autograph, that about pays for that spot because his base autograph will probably be around $40. So my whole thing is I was hoping to hit a super so that I don't have to chase the market of the super and figure out my own personal finances of like how I'm going to acquire these cards, which I told Nate this morning already. I didn't know Gunther is one of the variation autographs as Walter. He is one of the former Persona ones. That autograph got hit in China, and it is currently on a Chinese consignment page. So
who cares about Walter?
Yeah, I do. I want the card. I want the card bad. So that card is out
Paul
there.
Walker Hauser.
Paul Walterhauser.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I meant to say.
You joined Paul Walker's the Fast and Furious driver,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Was.
Paul Walterhauser is still very alive and acting, and he is a professional wrestler too, which is very fun because when you see the guy, you're like, he's not an athlete, but he's trying, man. He's got like 30 matches now, and
we did see an auto of his pulled out of Fantastic Four Top's Finest yesterday. Also, callback. Somebody did pull a what was it? Factory Worker number 1,
number 2. And he, not the duel that we talked about last week, but a single auto was pulled.
Yes.
Which I think, did we determine Factory Worker number 1 has a better acting resume?
I think so.
Yeah, and he might actually have some type of value. Finest, dude, it's awesome product.
Yes.
We saw, 10 boxes ripped yesterday.
Yeah, probably about that.
And
very good looking product.
And do you want to say what got hit in one box?
We look over and our customer and friend Joe, who's ripping them, is like, "Hey guys, I think I just pulled a Deadpool auto out of my box." So we look over and out of his box of Finest, sure enough, there's a Dogpool auto, which is just an ink paw print auto,
which we talked about 2 weeks ago, I think.
I think so. Which Chad now owns for a higher price than he said
I would pay.
He would pay.
It was trade, so it doesn't count. Even though it does. It does very much count, but...
Oh, that's kind of like if you swap lunches with somebody, the calories don't count.
I've never heard that one.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you bring for lunch?
Nothing.
I'll swap. I need the calorie deficit today. I also didn't bring anything. But yeah, I want to go through... So... We apologize in advance.
I don't.
Nate doesn't. Nate's not apologetic. This is a very wrestling-heavy pod this week because it is WrestleMania and there was wrestling product that dropped.
Boys who like wrestling.
But I do want to go over, Nate knows how much wrestling means to me. Like I said, WrestleMania is like I care about it way more than the Super Bowl. Like 100%. Playoff hockey, if the Penguins are involved, I'll get into it. And I don't really care that much about like the Super Bowl and stuff. World Series, I watch the World Series, but WrestleMania is still like my top sporting event of the year. But I want to go through the matchups and us predict what's going to happen. And not just run through, but like also like I know that you're a little bit out of touch on the storylines on some of these. Caught up on some other ones.
Which means I'm going to call everyone perfectly.
Nate's probably going to go undefeated, and I'm probably going to get murdered. So, the big one is Cody versus Orton, which you haven't been watching. The last month or so has been very heated with the IWC. That is the internet wrestling community. If you are not a wrestling fan,
I thought it was just a new company of root beer.
Oh,
IWC root beer.
I thought you were going to say like Insane Clown Posse or something, like they're mixed with them.
Insane Wayne.
Which there is an insane, there's an Insane Clown Posse professional wrestling, right?
Yes.
Okay. But, so Cody Orton, that's the top. So it was supposed to be the top match. It's not going to be the top match in my opinion. But Jelly Roll has been worked into this about a month and a half ago, which he has been involved with WWE a lot the past year and a half. I don't think this is the matchup to have any celebrities involved with, though. WrestleMania's big thing since WrestleMania 1 is non-wrestlers being involved. From WrestleMania 1 with Mr. T and, who's Cyndi Lauper. Like, there have always been celebrities involved with WrestleMania. That's how they promoted it originally and brought new fans in. And that's how they continue to do it. But this year you have Jelly Roll
versus Ozempic.
He denies all claims of any GLP-1.
Sure.
But he's probably doing the Magic Johnson thing where he's rich now. So, like, you can just, like...
Inject money into your blood.
You can just inject money and you get whatever protection you need from diseases. That's a South Park callback if you haven't seen the episode. So, but Cody and Randy have been in the company for like their entire lives. They have like 20 plus years of history. This is not the one where we need like the funny dynamic stuff.
Well, Cody was a little bitch and ran away for a little bit.
I don't know if he was fired or if he just left. I don't know. But anyway, so Jelly Rolls kind of was trying to be like the diffuser of the situation because Randy's going Randy and going crazy and just beating the shit out of Cody for random moments and attacking people. And Jelly Roll tried to step in and like diffuse it and just be like, you guys are friends. This is a big match. And I'm pretty sure Randy RKO'd Jelly and a few other things. So now it's Cody and Jelly.
There's jelly everywhere.
Rolling everywhere. And then Pat McAfee inserted himself about 2 weeks ago as like this
mystery shot caller.
Who is like working for TKO and is saying how terrible WWE is being run by current management and basically calling out Triple H and all creative and all this stuff. And he's basically saying, I'm with Randy. We're taking back this company. You guys are on the outs. Cody, you're the top dog. We're getting you out of here. And he's made multiple comments. I think he said Cody was walking away from the ring like last week, I think, and Pat was like, "What are you gonna do? Go suck Triple H's ass?" And I'm like, Pat, it doesn't even make sense. But so Pat basically was out there with like no promo and was just cutting like Pat stuff. Entertaining, not needed, I don't think. But I personally think the entire thing is a work. They're having Cody be mad that they're doing this and that they're letting these people. TKO is inserting all this stuff with Travis Scott last year and Pat this year, and Cody's on-screen persona and in podcasts and everything else, all kayfabe, non-kayfabe. He's basically like, this is stupid. I don't understand it. Like, TKO is ruining this. These guys are inserting themselves in the business. I think the whole thing's a work. We'll see, though. So it's basically...
Cody's going to win.
So here's where I at. I think Orton 100% is RKOing Pat. I think that is... They're not going to be friends after WrestleMania. I think he's going to turn on Pat.
Probably.
I'm guessing Jelly Roll probably...
goes away.
Yeah. And the funny thing is Randy has a moveset that is like a punt. And I'm just predicting him RKOing Pat, and then he's getting up and he punts his head off into the crowd.
Practical effects.
Yes, yeah. But, okay, so Nate is taking Cody.
Yes. Cody Rhodes. I am taking Randy. So I think Randy takes the title, gets his 15th title, is on trajectory to eventually... get to like the Cena and Ric Flair level of titles. I think Rick has 16 and Cena has 17 now. I think
that's what it is.
I can't count that high.
Yeah, so that one I'm excited for. The Steph Vacker and Liv Morgan feud has...
We all win.
Booker T's going to be real excited.
Man.
He's going to be real excited. But it's Liv Morgan, Steph. They've been going off.
Give me Liv.
So I also have Liv on that one. But the promo this past week. So Liv Morgan was at Coachella the night before taping, I think. And you could tell her eyes were bloodshot. She hadn't slept. And I'm wondering if that's why this creative change happened. They had her be like the psycho ex-girlfriend on TV. Saying all of her normal stuff, calling Steph Vacker a bitch, all this stuff. And they went at it. Kathy Kelly took a bump, which was pretty cool. Love Kathy Kelly. Liv also had that big knot on her head.
Yes.
She had like a huge hematoma on her forehead from, I don't know what she hit. I think she hit a ring post or...
Nope, TV.
She hit...
Well, she and Roxanne butted heads because they got pushed together by Steph. And then Steph threw Liv face first.
Raquel or Roxanne?
Roxanne.
Okay.
And then threw Liv face first into a TV that was playing the 2K video game.
And actually took a pretty good bump. She literally had a physical bump on her forehead. The one that's kind of weird, it was a pivot. It wasn't the way it was supposed to go. But we have Seth Rollins versus Gunther. You can't have WrestleMania without those two in it. And it was supposed to be Gunther versus Rey Mysterio. Rey does not want that. Rey wants Dominic as like his final hurrah at WrestleMania or another big PLE. I think that they should do it in AAA. I think Rey versus Dominic in Mexico.
Yeah.
For the Mexican promotion, let that be like the final match. So who do you got, Seth or Gunther? There's been no build for this. Literally, all it has been is Gunther is doing a favor for Paul Heyman to take out Seth Rollins.
Give me a Seth Rollins.
I love those promos. I can't go against Gunther because he would be mad at me. I don't the storyline's pretty
Stupid.
Weak. It's pretty weak.
Convoluted.
I think it was a rush. I think that they're like, okay, what do we do with Seth? Paul Heyman hates Seth right now. All right, let's have Gunther strangle him and let's start like all this stuff. I think the match might even end without like a dequal. I think Braun Breaker could come back.
Yeah.
I think Braun might come back and come attack Seth in that match, and then the match just gets disqualified. Because then you don't have to have Gunther eat a pin, but Seth also doesn't lose.
Yeah.
That would be easy. I don't care about this match at all. AJ Lee versus Becky. I don't care. AJ Lee has the Intercontinental belt right now.
I hope they both lose.
Okay, so we go both lose. If you had to take one,
Becky.
Okay, so I am taking AJ Lee retaining that. I don't know why. I just think so. The next match, I would say I'm a pretty true wrestling fan. I've been a fan my whole life. I don't like these huge like 8-way like tag matches.
No.
So it's Nia and Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra versus the Bella Twins. I don't care as long as the Bella Twins are off TV. That's all I really care about. I personally think Charlotte and Alexa are going to finally splinter. And I think that something's going to happen in this match, and the two of them will be broken up after this and go on their merry ways to do their own singles title runs again.
Give me Nia and Lash.
What are they called? They're called...
I don't want to say anything.
They're called something specific, though. I don't know what it is. So you're taking the Nia matchup. I am going to take... I hate it. No... I don't even want to say it. I'm going to take the Bayley matchup because I think the Bella Twins are going to win, and I don't even want to say that they're going to win. I still think it's stupid that they're back. They're terrible. This match is going to slap. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, no rules.
Yes.
It's going to be... they're going to kill each other. And if you are not a wrestling fan, I don't know why you're still listening. Maybe you just like mine and Nate's voice, but...
we appreciate it if you are still listening and not a wrestling fan.
Clearly, we know wrestling is scripted. I'm not dumb. It is. It's scripted. But the bumps are legit, and I think Jacob and Drew are going to be just absolutely going crazy. It's not for anything other than the fact is Drew is... So like this one's kind of like a whatever match. They could have Drew win, whatever. There's no title. Drew's going to start filming Highlander right after Mania. So Drew's off TV after Mania no matter what. Maybe he'll do Raw after Mania, and then after that he's done. It doesn't really matter who wins. I'm going to say I'm taking Fatu, but I think they could easily have Drew win it too because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm going to take Drew.
Okay. So the only thing is, because there's no title, so it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have to remain on TV if he wins. This one I am actually... I want to be excited for it, but I just wish that it was used in a different way. So it's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and IShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. I wish IShowSpeed could be used in a different mix because the dude is a freak. I don't think we need to use him in like a 6-way match. I personally think that matchup wins the Speed Paul Theory side.
Give me the yeet yeah side.
Poor Jimmy. He does.
Big Jim.
Big Jim. They changed the music, so they have a tag music again. I know you're not watching. It's basically just Jay's music. They both come through the crowd now in Yeet and stuff, and I'm like, poor Jimmy, man. He's just having to take the back seat on this because Jay's so over.
Yeah.
He's not as over as he was, but he is. He's still there. The matchup that I think is the second biggest match. I think the Cody Orton one is like the third.
Yeah.
As far as the men's side, I'm not talking the women's side. It's just different. for like billing like the headline part of the card. It's always going to be the male matches. That's just how they do it. Roman versus Punk. They have got pretty heated. Not heated to the way I want them to, though.
That segment is going to take up
An
45
hour.
minutes of TV time. Half an hour of that is going to be Roman entering the ring.
His entrance is a little bit quicker these days because he doesn't have anyone in his corner, really, and he doesn't have Heyman, and he doesn't have any belts. So they're going for the heavyweight belts. I don't think Roman's ever held it. But where I wanted to go, so there was a promo about 3 or 4 weeks ago where Punk brings up Roman's dad being dead. And I wanted them to cut a little deeper because they let Punk go really deep into Roman's personal emotions, but they wouldn't let the Roman clapback couldn't mention Punk grew up not knowing his dad. Punk's dog just died like 6 months ago. They didn't bring up either of those. And I'm like, for true heat, I think you got to bring it up. Probably not the dad one, just because there's an audience that is.
Talk about Larry.
People would go ballistic. You would have signs in the stands saying Roman hates dogs and all this stuff.
Justice for Larry.
It would be huge. And I'm sure it was like a behind the scenes. Punk is like, you can't do it. Like, I can't be out there while you're doing this. I get it, but like, I think for TV it would have been better. So who do you got? You got Punk or Roman?
Roman.
That's who I got as well. I'm not a big CM Punk guy.
Give me the Roman Empire.
My son is, so we'll see. He won't even be awake for that, so it doesn't really matter. Another matchup, I can't get behind Jade Cargill.
No, absolutely not.
Just visually wise, she's like the most impressive women's athlete I've ever seen. But she can't work really well. She's not great on the mic. Plus, she has B-Fab with her and Minchin with her, and it's like it just doesn't flow that well. She is the current champion, though, so it's Jade versus Rhea. Who do you got?
Give me mommy.
Okay, so you got Rhea. I have Jade winning that. Once again, not that I want that. I just think that's the way that they're playing this out. We'll see. Next matchup is Demon Finn versus Dominic. What I hate, though, is the fact that they told us it's Demon Finn like 2 weeks ago. I think that whole thing should be a surprise. Finn has even talked about it online that he wished it was a surprise. It's a special thing. It's like, it shouldn't be that way. And then they've even done these backstage promos where Dominic's like, man, I can't be fighting a demon. And I'm like, it's just silly. I don't know. I think Dominic is still technically cursed by Danhausen.
Yes.
So I don't know if they're going to still have him be cursed or not. But you got Finn versus Dominic. It's going to be fun no matter what. Finn's going to beat the shit out of Dominic. Dominic's going to be running around, like running away from him. Who we got?
Give me Finn.
You got Finn. I have Dom via interference. I think there will be interference in the match.
I mean, Danhausen's curse is just, it's pretty substantial.
I don't know. We'll see. You also have another one that people are pissed about online. You have Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Give
me Trick. I'm tired of giving Sami Zayn any thought.
I am Trick as well, and it's really stupid because Carmelo Hayes had the belt and they took it from him just so Sami was in WrestleMania. And at minimum, it should just be a triple threat with Carmelo, Trick, and Sami, which they may have already pivoted to that. And I didn't see it.
I'm just tired of Sami's homeless look.
Sammy Hogan. They call him Sammy Hogan for a reason, that he continuously gets spots and opportunities.
Yep.
Another one is, I think, gonna be so the only time I'm okay with a bunch of people is during ladder matches. 6-way ladder match. Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio.
JD McDonough is going to die.
He's going to die. Him and Dragon Lee and him and Javon Evans are going to do some absolutely insane spots.
Rusev is throwing JD through a ladder.
He might pick a ladder up with someone on it and throw it. Like, he is not the build for a ladder match, and that's what makes it so great. There will be a moment when Rusev goes like berserker level and just flattens everyone. Ray will probably get injured again because he's like 48 years old and he's been injured like 4 times.
Ray will be the one to bring him down because that's always how they do it.
But
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, JD McDonough might do like a 15-foot spot in this. He might be at the top of a ladder and do like a backflip into like Dragon Lee and Penta or something. It's gonna be crazy. That match is gonna be crazy.
He'll do the Shane McMahon top of the cage, do the Holy Cross.
JD is his. Once again, if you're not a wrestling fan, you're not going to get this. About 2 years ago, during War Games, he did like a 15-foot RKO with Randy. It was perfect, and I don't know how his bobblehead didn't fly off. He also had that spot right after that where he did the front flip and literally hit his head right off the announcer's table,
yes.
And he was out of commission for like 3 or 4 months with a concussion. If you don't know JD McDonough, formerly Jordan Devlin, he's a freak athlete and gets no respect at all. He doesn't get. He got a tag run with Finn. That was about it. I think NXT UK he maybe had a little bit more respect, but he's just one of the punching bag type guys. So who do you got?
Cero Miedo. Give me Penta.
Penta. I have Evans winning that. Okay, and what I feel is the match of the weekend. Oba
Chad versus his toilet.
Paul Heyman. No, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. The Beast.
Chad broke the sound barrier a little bit there.
I think this match is going to... Nate watched the replay, I believe, of Raw from this week. Oba Femi may be on trajectory to like be the biggest over star like ever. He's only like 28 years old. He is an absolute brick shithouse. He can talk. He has a mannerism entrance which people can replicate in the crowd. He has the Oba walk.
He has an aura. He's aura
as
farming.
The kids say. Aura off the charts. Brock is also in his twilight. He's only going to be around. I'm pretty sure the rumor is still that he's retiring after SummerSlam in Minnesota.
Don't ya know?
So he's at minimum. Oba's getting put over. I don't know if Oba's winning or not, but there could be another situation where something happens where there's some sort of disqualification or interference or something. But Oba is a freaking superstar. This match will probably only go like, I'm going to guess 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say about 15 minutes for the actual match.
It's the opening of Saturday. The other big thing with this is the first hour of WrestleMania Night 1 is on ESPN. Public, free for anyone. They're going to want to show the product.
Yeah.
They're going to have this match absolutely crush. I don't know how he's getting Oba up for like numerous like F5s.
I mean, we didn't know how he was going to get Omos for an F5.
Oh, but I mean, it's going to be great. If you haven't watched wrestling in a while or you don't watch wrestling at all, give wrestling a chance on Saturday, 6 o'clock on ESPN, and just watch the Oba Femi Brock Lesnar match. I think that could be a match that it will, as the kids say, do the kids say it will feed families? Who says that?
UNICEF. In those commercials, like, kids got flies on them.
Nate just refuses to play into any of my stuff. But it's going to be great. I think you should watch it. I'm going to watch. What I'll do is I'll watch it Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday I'll also probably rewatch Saturday and then watch Sunday again, and then on Monday I'll watch both again probably.
Are they doing it at NXT?
No, they did it already.
Okay.
They did it in St. Louis 2 weeks ago, roughly. It was the night before Easter. It was the Saturday before
all
Easter.
All through the land.
Yeah, it was good. They had on AEW last night. They had MJF lose to Darby Allin.
Anyways.
Yeah. Very excited, though. Stop by tomorrow for your Chrome WWE Blasters. I think
Or
it's
you can
going to be
stop
fun.
by today when you're hearing this.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that it is. This is not live.
No.
God, could
And
you
neither
imagine?
are we. We're in a simulation.
Could you imagine if this was live?
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. The first...
The texts we would get just trying to throw us off.
Maybe we'll do a live one time. Maybe we'll do like some special event live pod. We can't trust people, though.
No. And that's why we love them.
Yeah, do you have any other collecting things?
Should see an uptick in basketball with Bowman coming out and the playoffs starting. Hockey has been red hot the last couple months, and now the playoffs are starting. So I think that will continue. This week, Upper Deck released Flair.
Oh my God, we forgot to talk about that.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes,
one of
it
the
is.
best looking products I have ever seen in my adult or child life. Not baby though.
And they did thicker stock right. It's like 55 point, but it's glossy. So like, there's not the normal like when you rip like Origins or something. A bunch of like the cards end up having some like edge and corner wear because of like the paper that they use, and there's like more surface area. This product, like every card, they all look clean. We didn't see any like quality issues. The autographics are on card.
Some of the cards have roller issues, but you're gonna get that with like an acetate kind of finish.
Yeah, I mean you get that with any chrome product too. One note that I didn't write down, but I want to mention: if you're listening right now, remember that they are doing the Topps Chrome buyback for football. It is not normal circumstances because when you rip Chrome, typically you have to wait to see like what the buyback is. Going in, we know it's Matt Stafford. If you pull any Matt Stafford base and parallels of base, not inserts, but if you pull any base up through numbered cards, they will be able to be turned in for buyback credit immediately.
Matthew Pafford.
If you are listening to this 3 months from now, that is irrelevant. The promo is probably over by now. But I think it's a similar timeline. I think it's a couple months, maybe.
I don't know off the top
Yeah,
of my head.
don't quote us on that. But typically they run these promotions about 2 months.
There's also a buyback associated with Wrastlemania.
Yeah, it is the Cody Orton and Steph Liv matches. So if you have any of the base cards of them, which if you rip any blasters, you're probably going to pull some of these guys and gals. So make sure to save those cards because you'll be able to turn those in. And then we also have the Golden Boot parallel coming up that is going to be Erling Haaland. And we're going to have the Topps Chrome basketball buyback that will be starting soon once they announce the MVP.
The men's buyback is Punk Roman.
Oh, it's Punk Roman.
It's Punk Roman and then Liv
Steph. Okay. Is basketball, is it still Shea? Is he like the leader? Or?
I think so.
Okay, so whoever wins basketball, so they might have, I think they were even mentioning this, there may be 3 buybacks happening all at the same time.
You want to say that again to the microphone?
There may be 3 buybacks happening at the same time. With wrestling, Matthew Pafford, and
Pafford.
And basketball.
Yes.
Because Golden Boot, I don't follow soccer. I thought it was already over. Apparently not. I don't
have
know.
no idea.
All I know is Erling Haaland is going to win it because he was first in goals, and the guy who was second in goals didn't have cards. So no matter what, he was going to end up winning it, even if he came in second.
Unless they're just like, all right, whoever finished 7th, that's the guy.
Everyone threw them away, or they're buried somewhere. But thanks for listening, as always.
We appreciate it as I throw my phone on the table.
Nate is so upset we're ending this episode.
A little ASMR. Just that's the sound that somebody makes when they hit a table or a ladder or a chair this weekend at Wrestlemania.
Or falling down after our podcast ends, and they're so sad.
Yes.